almost like their flags or like their houses.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And there were rival groups and stuff like that. And
In that martial art.
and there were rivals. There were enforcers in the group. You know what I mean?
In that martial.
In the martial art.
Okay.
You know, so it was. So the structure was very familiar to me. You work your butt off.
Okay.
You get up to a certain position.
Okay.
And then you're the enforcer.
Mm.
That's you know, that was a position I was worried about. And enforcer sounds crazy, but you know, you get people in martial arts.
Okay.
And you see it in MMA too. They've done this martial art for years. They've done it for maybe 10. They get a guy who's maybe done it for 1, and they're going to show everybody how tough they are on this 1-year guy. You know what I mean? So when you have that in capoeira, and we have these open events where people are of all different level are open to compete with each other, sometimes you get people that are my level messing with some of my students or some of my master's students. Now, this is my master's livelihood.
Okay.
If you start beating up on all the people that he just got to join the group, how's he going to eat?
Got you.
As the enforcer, it was kind of I had to set things straight.
Okay.
You're not going to pick on these young guys. You're going to pick on me.
Okay.
So, and then the cool thing about it, beat each other up, mess each other up, gain respect for each other. After the event, have a couple of beers.
So it's really hungry like that in that Pacific martial art?
It was. And I mean, in terms of it being hungry, like, I was hungry.
What, no, so the only reason I ask like that, ask it in that format, do you think they did that with what you just explained to weed out the weaker ones in that martial art? Like there had to be a reason. That sounds like a bully to me. Like I'm gonna break these people, you know.
That's how it sounds to me.
Huh?
That's how it sounds to me. And that's how it looked to me. And that's
Okay.
why I stepped in.
Say less. Okay, so moving forward. So my bad. I know I rambled, but
You're fine.
What is the origin of it?
Oh, yeah.
Brazil, yeah.
So it's actually African in origin. So the Africans that were brought over to Brazil, and I mean, I call them African, I'll never call them slaves. Africans were who they were. Slavery was what happened to them. Never gonna identify them that way.
Got you.
So the Africans that ended up in Brazil, that happened to be enslaved, they were trying to create a martial art using animal movements in order to gain freedom. They wanted to fight for their freedom. Because the overseers and the slave owners were never going to let them do this, they hid it in a dance. They added drums, they had a chanting-like style of singing. There were instruments, you know what I mean, stringed instruments that you hit with a stick. And there was a circle. It was clapping, and when the overseers passed by, they kind of just looked at it like, okay,
Nothing